Characters that definitely did suffer pre-Rising did get like elevated with the system mechanics.
Yes.
But right now, here we go. Inochi versus Ryazo here. Game 1, first set tonight.
Yeah, staying on top of him pretty crazy as well. Ryazo doing what he does always on Seox. Doing a pretty strong job as well. Gonna have to set up for the mix. Goes for the overhead and the guard cancel from Inochi just to ensure they can actually keep the pressure on. I love it. Challenging with the marionette. That is a big deal. Knowing when to challenge that.
Yeah, and already down to 1 bravery point here. Going to be something to look out for if you're Ryazo. Inochi definitely have to work their way from this tall hilt if they want to work a comeback, because this life lead is so strong. Nice throw tech here. Ryazo working their way back in, but we're going to see that last BP disappear. And there it is to chip.
Absolutely. I mentioned the sort of emphasis around the DP that Nier has that you sort of have to respect because you're striking the marionette and not Nier. It's something that you have to be very, very respectful of. So this is Ryazo's playing exactly how I would have imagined Seox to do so. Is stay on top of Nier, make it a lot harder for her to be able to utilize a lot of her pressure, a lot of her escape tools. Just make sure that you stay on top of her. And as you see, probably off of this pressure, they're going to try and go for the tick. They're going to try and go for the tick throw, and I love just busting out of that. Ryazo's just trying to stay on top of Inochi.
Yeah, all right, back to the mid-screen, though. Inochi has a chance to build some space here, especially off of this deficit right now. Down 2 BP, not a lot going on in terms of HP, but one solid hit can definitely spell an opportunity for a comeback here. And there goes the super.
Absolutely. And spending the bar as well. Already lost so much HP. Tried to set it up, but actually he whiffed the throw on both sides. Used it a little bit too early. Ryazo took a little bit of the bait, but thankfully there was no bigger punish on the tail end of that. Only 1 heart remaining. That marionette has 1 more tool left in the bank for the time being before the recharge has to happen. Ryazo playing it patiently too. He wants them to burn that last heart, that last special.
No, it's definitely something we're going to have to see. So we've neared the end of the match. 30 seconds on the clock yet. Pretty even on life, but this meter gain. Oh, the connection! Should be able to spend here. Oh no, but the drop combo
limit. Oh, got him with the anti-air.
There it is in the end. Ryazo will take game 1 there. After a little bit of a scrappy ender there, no matter the case, we'll solidify that game 1.
Absolutely. Really, really solid look. Manages to start things off pretty aggressively too from Ryazo. The same channel. A little bit of a rerun here. Tried to make sure they could actually jump out. Wanted to challenge so bad, but I believe that projectile as well also sort of forestalls the EXDP. Inochi is really, really trying to wait to try and find a way to get out of the pressure that's provided. And I love the fact they're using that projectile because it's going to keep Inochi in place. Whether they try to jump out, hit a button, use the DP, it's going to freeze them there so they have time to answer depending on what she does.
For sure, yeah. Just showing the strengths of Six as a character and Ryazo as a player, honestly. Just being able to contain and hold the corner for so long. But now, see if Inochi can get something started here. Same story as before, though. A little bit of a life deficit. Trying to find a way to work in and close the gap, but unfortunately getting knocked slowly and surely into this corner. What can you do?
Absolutely. Has to use the guard cancel as well. Was able to punish a little bit, but not get the knockdown. Pulling them in. Just trying to make sure they can actually maintain that pressure on the side of Inochi while Ryazo waiting for an opportunity. I love it, the sway. Just making sure they found an opening for themselves, and they did provide not only the corner position, but the marionettes in a real solid spot. Good whiff punish as well.
All right, this is a chance for
the super. This does so much damage. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, great stuff there from Inochi. Able to work back from that. Waited for the solid hit, got the punish, and then, be able to convert that into the super so well. Going to this round 3 here. All right, Inochi already with a lot of footing here. Going to this 3rd round. Ryazo trying to look for a way to walk out. Getting clipped, but not getting too much out of it. Oh, the throw, though, as we're back to neutral one more time.
Nice. Just going to cross up as well. Has to use the guard cancel. I love that they waited for the cross up first to use it so they didn't actually end up whiffing. Great challenge from Ryazo there. Has the super and will spend it to get rid of that last brave point and put so much damage on top of it.
Yeah, 0 PP. Any combo will do this here. Ryazo definitely going to look for just one solid hit to end it in their favor. But Inochi's going to try to work their way up from the depths, and in the end, it won't matter. We'll fall to Ryazo 2-0 here.
For those of you at home, just go ahead and sign up. The ladder match is very open. I have always big fan and proprietor of the spirit of competition. Even if you feel like you aren't going to do that great, I feel like the best way to be able to learn fighting games in general is putting yourself out there, especially when it comes to these tournament brackets. It can become a lot more easier for you in the future to play when you see the level of play it is that you have to deal with. So it's great.
Oh yeah, totally. Better get your experience in here, but CD Lime and Stage 34 gonna get their experience here in this matchup now. Lance versus Charlotta, not one I've seen a lot lately, but definitely one to keep an eye out for. These two characters are explosive in their own right and definitely can get you going if you aren't looking for the right things, but right now, CD Lime with a great start.
Yeah, absolutely. A really strong start from Lance as well. My favorite character in this entire game is one of those who I play. A2, I love it. Being able to try and fight out as Charlotta, it can be a little bit harder for her to do that. Lance has the teleports in a lot of ways to not only throw bait, but a lot of safe jumps. So Charlotta's openings that she may be able to find with a couple of other characters may not be as present like that. For Lance, you gotta deal with that projectile. Of course, probably EX to make it a little bit of a 3-hit as well, makes it a little bit harder. But I love the awareness from Sage, punishing the teleport.
Yeah, I definitely think these two in their own right are like kind of like pacemakers in the match. So we'll get to see who gets to win that war, because definitely seeing a lot of steamrolling when it comes to that. Oh, the big counter hit. Wasn't able to elaborate on that. So Sage 34 will be able to get out of the corner, slowly working their way to this mid screen, but the BP used in retaliation here. Now we're back to the corner once more.
Really solid block as well. Baits out the throw. He does get the punish, but doesn't pull the trigger on it. Instead, tried the air to air. And Sage is the one that comes out on top of this hit. This is going to not only be very considerable carry, provided they don't go under. I mentioned it before a little bit the last time is that was on here. Height in this game is one of the sole reasons why some characters may have a worse time than others. Height really messes with combos in this game a lot.
Totally, and that's why you can appreciate stuff like RSRC, the great equalizer, being able to convert your hit, just stray hit into something solid and then getting a knockdown off of it, being able to run your offense. It's such a great tool in any matchup, honestly. So being able to take use of that when these height differences do come out and to come to play, it's something to keep an eye out for. But here we go, game 2.
I love it. He lost the projectile as well. Managing to get a good challenge as well. They tried to make sure they can actually close the gap with that projectile, and while one door closes, there's another one open. CD Line finding very solid confirmation as well. Going to be able to set up for the mix. Nice. Goes for the low instead. 4-way mix. Hard to deal with, honestly.
Definitely, yeah. Being a great usage of the EX Fireball there, just goes to show how much Lance can do here. Great confirm off that Fireball too here. Should spell the end for Sage 34 here in this round 1.
Absolutely, a really solid showing from CD Lime yet again. Trying to see if they can actually close that gap. Good DP. Sage has shown multiple times that they are ready for 22L, 22M, or even 22H if they need to. And they've been on the lookout for those teleports to try and find that easy confirmation. That is a very hard mix-up to block. And Sage does get hit, but thankfully there's no confirm, but a punish on the side of CD Lime.
Yeah, was definitely looking for that 6-2-3 there, but unfortunately got clipped, and now this combo limit corner combo is going to lead to a little bit of a scrappy situation. Here comes the counter hit. BP used the retaliation. We're back with the wall dive.
Tried to anti-air as well. Sage 34 saw the fact that they were jumping off of the wall, but it wasn't high enough. They ended up getting caught by the jump in. The JH from CD Lime as well goes for the high-low, goes for the mix, and the ultimate does manage to get the hit, but it didn't swap sides, nothing of the sort, despite the fact that it hit behind him. A good guard cancel as well to try and open him up, and that is hard to block. That's why I was saying that opens up into so many different mix-ups. It's really hard to deal with.
That we don't get to see a lot, but interested to see how this plays out.
Really solid look so far. Not really too bad so far from their side of DP. Yeah, I like it. Light doesn't want to really deal with the pressure that he knows his character can put on. I mean, this is a mirror. I love the neutral sway, but not able to find a punish off of it.
He held him steady so far. Light with a clip, unfortunately, is going to get Yozamitsu spend their super here. So it's going to be a little bit awkward back and forth here as we are in this mid-screen area. Trying to find a solid confirm to carry the corner. And that is there with the corpse drag.
They're still trying to find what they can with the guard cancel. The back and forth, holding the slash a little bit. Knew the sway was coming. Wanted to see if they could punish the neutral sway. Not quite able to find it. Probably thought that there was going to be a little bit more pressure. That that Rising Strike was definitely an attempt at trying to make sure that they could guard cancel, but for now, this is going to be a huge damage into a setup. Good sway as well.
Wow.
Yozamitsu more than aware of what's coming.
Yeah, great showing there. Definitely ready. I think Yozamitsu already has a reading on when Light wants to go for special cancels, especially off of like hits like far M or like 2M, stuff like that. But so then you keep an eye out for it as we get further and further into the set. I like the bait, but unfortunately not going to bite. Light able to get something going now.
So far. Manages to at least forestall the incoming pressure as well. Light being aware. While Yozamitsu trying to find their way out, swayed, but at the wrong time. The 6XL frame kill, just to make sure they actually had a little bit more time to actually get their offense started, and I do love it. Going to be able to find the super as well. This should be dead.
I think so, yeah, that should do it for game one, you know, commentator curse withstanding, but that was a great showing from Yozamitsu there, being able to commit so well to these throw baits and everything in the corner, and then the cash out was amazing. So great stuff for this game one. Light has a lot to prove here. They want to get something going here in this game too.
Absolutely more than aware. Both of these players are aware of what dirty tricks their character has, but sometimes in your knowledge, you may be aware of what's coming, but sometimes the timing can be a little bit off. We've seen it from both players, Yozamitsu and Light, when it comes to the sways, but so far Light turning on the burners here, trying to fight back. 6XL at perfect spacing, found the counter hit as well off of the sway, which means that the confirm is coming.
Yeah, holding steady though, equalizing the damage here. Light still has an opportunity to come out strong, yeah. Opts to use the Brave counter here to try to get out of the corner. Back to mid-screen. Yozamitsu not to be dissuaded. Dodges the flip, but doesn't get much out of it. Oh, but that confirm off. It's going to spin for RSRC here. Double to just try to carry all the way. I don't think this will do it, but it'll... Maybe it will. No, just shy.
A little bit shy of it. Once again, the recovery of that is so strong. Tried to use the DP as well. Catch him a little bit off guard by making sure they could actually submit their offense. They wanted to knock down. They wanted the pressure. But unfortunately, they are not able to find what they need to close out that round. Yozamitsu ahead against Light, not only in games, but in round count so far in the ladder.
Yeah, and slowly building up this lead here. Having a lot of success mid-screen with these far M flips, but now the reversal going to come out. Going to get punished for it. Dragged slowly, surely to the corner, forced to use resources to reset back to neutral. Just checking. Trying to find an opportunity here, yeah. Oh, does get the jump over though. Should be able to cash out here, just like Yozamitsu did last round. Just needs the perfect combo here.
Damage.
There it is.
Nice. Light managing to tie things up in round count, not in game count, but still looking alive. Not really getting smothered anymore. Yozamitsu has to try and find a way to see if they can close this out. And I love it. The DP attempt again. But Light aware now. That's the second time that they tried that. Probably testing the walk yet again. A guard cancel. Frame kill setup yet again. And Yozamitsu really, really solid in that too. Love how they're utilizing so many different frame kills, catching their opponent off guard, forcing the combo limit and going for the high-low. They thought they were going to get hit with the jump in. That was definitely a guard cancel attempt.
I think so, yeah. We'll be able to get the end of this combo here. I don't know even if the use skill this will do it, but it'll definitely be close. It does!
Oh my gosh. You want to talk about optimization? That's the way to show it in this ladder bracket.
It'll be interesting to see how this shapes out here. We've seen already Lance against the Charlotta and how that shaped out, but you know, Nier is a different beast as we've already gotten to speak about. You can see how she controls space so well, and already with this corner carry, no actual hits done, but this damage to carry into the corner. And now we're back to mid screen one more time. RetroRedux get a chance to show their skills here.
So Warsaw Shane manages to get the guard cancel. Guard cancel right back at you. Gets the jump in and guard cancel right back. I love not being scared to be able to utilize this. This is going to do so much damage and give you a brave point back. While RetroRedux is now on the back foot here. One brave point remaining. Trying to maintain that pressure. Marionette still out and looking healthy. Gets the overhead, but no confirmation off of it, obviously. Just trying to see if they can find ways to open them up.
Oh,
good
gets
DP.
hit with the... yeah. Great stuff here. Still holding strong, though. Not a lot of health to work with. Closes the gap with the dash there. One more time. Able to burn all this meter on some damage. And should be able to create a setup here. One block fireball could spell the end of Raph. But it ends up being a throw.
That's a classic. That's a classic setup to utilizing the EX Rekka to sort of not only whiff itself a little bit, but time it enough for a throw. Throws are 4 frames in this game. They're the fastest thing in this game. And so it's really, really solid to be able to set up 4 frame kills or setups that allow you to throw your opponent. You have a very short tech window is pretty large, but throws are very fast. It can even be used to punish certain options that you may not have had a normal punish for anyway.
Yeah, holding steady though. Raph trying to work their way to the corner. Nice. The 2M does catch and should be able to lead to a solid amount of damage. And the mix, the cross up, and not much comes out of it. RetroRedux forced to spend the 63 U to get it to the corner, or to get out of that situation, sorry.
Incredible look so far. Manages to get the super as well. Does so much damage. Going to be able to find the kill from full screen to net themselves around, tie things up 1 apiece.
Yeah, no, great stuff there in the end. RetroRedux did have a great life lead in the beginning of that round, but ends up Raph with 1 solid hit and being able to create that sandwich situation. Does spell the end for that round, and now into round 3, having to work out their way out of the corner slowly but surely. Getting this throw on RetroRedux does get clipped by the turb though.
Nice. Pushing themselves out of the way of the fireball just to make sure they can actually get a throw off. Still enforcing the strike throw. If they do actually block or do something else, a projectile can hit. I love the reset and the guard cancel as well from Ace Trainer. But challenges at the right time. This is going to be death.
Yeah, it's just been the end. 1 simple combo goes for the RS. There's that, you know, bookend that little bit of damage left, but there it is. 1-0 for RetroRedux.
Really, really solid showcase from
Yeah, for
RetroRedux.
sure.
I'm liking what it is that I'm seeing to sort of just utilizing some of the, just sort of staying on top of it. And Lancelot and Seox have a similar not a similar play style, but a similar game plan against Nier. They want to be the ones to be able to close that gap against Nier. They don't really want her to be able to control neutral as well as she does. I love it, utilizing the unique trait, character trait in midair to sort of fake out the overhead load.
Yeah, and you know, we get to see RetroRedux. That's so much of the time spent driving the wheel of this match right now. Like, be able to spend so much time and resources to like try to keep Raph constrained, and now it spells a little bit of a different story. But the pace making of this match definitely is in their favor right now. We'll see what they can do to get out of this rough situation right now, though.
I6XL doesn't find the conversion. Trainer Raph still went through with finding it, like as if they had actually landed the hit, so that's what caused them to whiff quite a few times.
Wow.
A really, really solid mix from RetroRedux.
Yeah, we'll be able to get out of that. Gets the wall bounce like from the max range there, clipping Ace Trainer Raph there and taking that round in the end. But Ace Trainer Raph definitely has a lot of options to be able to work it. Has been getting challenged though on a lot of these resets here. With the 2-1-4 there. Oh, gets clipped after to the DP with 6XL, but right now Ace Trainer Raph has an opportunity to build some damage here. This is where you want to be right now.
Nice. Maintaining pressure, setting up for the Rekkas as well. Once again, thought the jump in was coming. They were ready for the guard cancel as soon as possible, but instead gets caught low.
Yeah, a little bit awkward, but right now, nothing. No, a little early on that. Will actually clip in the end. Ace Trainer Raph gonna eat the whole series of hits here and take this damage and actually just fall in the end.
Really strong showing for RetroRedux. Once again, I mentioned it before, Lancelot.
This matchup definitely got to see a lot more in the vanilla version of Granblue, with these two being really strong, prominent characters. But with the advent of Rising has definitely seen a little bit less. You know, we have Wavy, our top Cagliostro rep, and then Bipa, who just came off of a second place finish in Combo Breaker. So definitely 2 characters that we are getting to see a little bit more and more with this version of the game. But we'll see how these 2 bring it up, Ringtext and Jiji.
So that should be an interesting matchup too as well, because the whole point of Ferry is that even though she has a pretty consistent DP and a really, really good one at that, especially off of 623X, that you're able to get a knockdown off of it, it's still something she doesn't really want you to be close still. And there she is trying to bust out of the pressure that Cagliostro has yet again, but it's just that it's just that pressure and that prowess.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed that will be like a sign of this match and like how they can deal with it is like how you find you're able to close the gap between these like far, almost like zoning style of play that Jiji can do with Cagliostro, and how Ringtext can close the gap there, and or how they're forced to basically with Jiji trying to approach and try to set the different ways of the pace of the match. But here we go, Ringtext does have Jiji in the corner here. Has an opportunity to do some GG sets of their own here, but going to cash out with a big load of damage here and put them in a potentially uncomfortable situation here at the end.
Nice. A really, really solid conversion as well from Ringtext. Loving it.
Yeah, see the XGG set there, and GG was a little uncomfortable there, forced a block and got hit on the way. Wow, the dive, hitting from almost full screen. Great stuff so far.
Still maintaining pressure, swinging all in, finds a good strike off of the 2M and a DP yet again. Now that they're controlling the space, this is where Ferry starts to look the most comfortable. This sort of round start distance with their opponents back to the wall. I love the instant overhead as well, trying to maintain as much pressure as possible. Here comes the super.
We're seeing the R come out here. Not gonna finish. Unfortunately, GG will be able to get to use their DP to get out there, the teleport. But Ringtext still holding steady, just needs one hit to do it. Outside of Chip Guts 2, there it is.
Really solid showing. Ringtext, the minute that they were able to sort of breathe against Cagliostro, that's sort of just what Ferry does. They're able to maintain that gap and sort of keep that distance as best as possible between everybody else, which is actually a very, very phenomenal thing.
Yeah, totally.
And that's just sort of how good Ferry is when she has the momentum.
Yeah, no, it definitely took them a second to find the footing. But once you do find it, once you are able to get something started, and we're getting to see Ringtext getting super comfortable with the right side of the screen here. So it is something you have to keep in mind as we move forward. See how Jiji can try to get out of this type of pressure and set the pace of the game, because otherwise it's going to be a steamroll, and Ringtext is going to try to show it here.
6L yet again, trying to maintain pressure as best as possible. GG manages to get the hit as well. There it is. Finds as much damage and pressure as possible. I like it using the D. He doesn't even want to eat the mix, doesn't want to deal with it.
I like the challenge there. Yeah, great stuff there. Ringtext 1 BP down 2, so then you keep in mind if GG gets a solid hit, definitely could spell disaster, but right now it doesn't really matter. Hasn't really come to fruition.
Ooh.
Oh! And there's the whip.
There it is. 236X, something it is that they changed and sort of added to this version of the game. A really, really awesome opportunity to be able to see that sort of come through. Having that full screen whip now is a really big deal, and it's fast too. Yeah. It's a really good choice to be able to use.
You know, it's definitely a little bit of a dead zone in earlier installments of Ferry, but now being able to see it, cash out like we are seeing now, it is a big boon for them, and Ringtext is definitely showing it right now. But GG has a chance to start from pressure. We are back to this neutral spacing now, trying to find an opportunity to get started. There it is again, gets grabbed.
So much pressure from Ringtext. A really, really solid showing. Just being able to control the space so well. GG started things off super strong in the very first game, but Ringtext has been doing even better with maintaining it. They have no brave points though, so they do have to be careful about getting caught by anything from Cagliostro right now.
Yeah, looking for something.
Oh. Not the confirmation. 2M, trying to keep that distance as much as possible. Found the hit.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We'll be able to start over there from that TP at the end. And now round count even out. Just trying to find a way for GG to come back into this game and come in alive so far. Oh, nice. Wow. Yeah, great use of the teleport we've been seeing so far to close the gap, to escape pressure in the corner. It's been a big boon for GG here, and now getting a chance to start from pressure here, or start some offense here.
There it is. Has to set up too. Has to use the guard cancel. Doesn't want to deal with the incoming mix off of the back of that trap. I do like it a lot.
Yeah, he's willing to hold back now. Isn't going to get caught by any of these whips anytime soon, but oh, nice counter hit. Gonna lead to a nice little knockdown. Get a chance for GG to get something started, but Ringtext holding steady just for a little while longer.
You like the overhead. Not a definitive hit to be able to lead to a conversion. Tried to use it. Doesn't quite have it.
Yeah, I like the U-Spear there to try to catch any more momentum. Whoa, gets clipped in the end by U-Trap, and that'll do it, putting Jiji on the board 1 apiece.
And that's sort of what's been happening, is that they realize that not only is the teleport allow them to circumvent a very stereotypical and very linear aerial approach, they're able to use a lot more projectiles and a lot more traps just to make sure they can close that gap and make it so much easier for their opponents and for just make it so much easier for them, excuse me, and not so much their opponent. Because circumventing and choosing when you land in the air, having a way to do that means that it's so much harder for Ferry because they have to get used to a very weird timing.
Yeah, for sure. But it seems like Ringtext is definitely acclimating to the Cagliostro pressure, but walking forward in front of the spear there, and now getting a chance to get their offense started, dodging the TP there. Not getting a punish out of it though, but even still, just showing the adaptation between the two.
Something's out. Yeah, it's that overhead. I don't think I've seen, not even a counter hit. I think it's catching them too much off guard, or they're a little bit too scared to try and do anything about it, which makes sense because she gets to act immediately out of using it. So I understand maybe the reservation with that.
Oh, gets clipped there. Yeah, back to neutral one more time, but the Jiji hit will lead to a little bit of a scrap.
Yeah.
There's that 2L.
Yeah, this is a bit crazy because you definitely don't want to deal with this at all, not even in the slightest. And I get it. I don't necessarily agree with Jiji trying to play the full screen game against Ferry. It's not really something you want to be able to do. Ooh, manages to get the counter hit as well. Follows it up by making sure they spin that brave point and they get the cross up too. Ringtext.
Yeah, for sure. I think Jiji's been getting a lot of value out of playing reactively to like Ringtext trying to move forward or commit to a block or something of the sort. But when you're playing almost like pressure full screen, I think Ringtext definitely can win, and it just shows the show right now. I think that'll do it right there. Ringtext should be able to take that. Yeah, 2-1.
A really strong showing from some openness for this game especially.
Totally. And now we get to take a peek into some of that openness here. We got 2B and Ladiva, Gabagool versus SenpaiSpyder. Know him, love him. We get to see the 2B come out to play here against the Ladiva. I feel like this matchup definitely is one that we get to see. You know, it's a little bit of feast or famine when it comes to Ladiva, but now SenpaiSpyder already on a tear this early into the game 1 here. Already has Gabagool locked down in this corner, trying to work their way out of all this pressure. What can you do?
Oh, gets the sway as well. Wasn't quite able to get the command grab they were looking for. Pops the super. The super does very little damage though. Not going to be able to find the kill despite that. Gabagool back to the wall, still looking for an opportunity out. Guard cancel and gets the ultimate clothesline. I love it.
Nice, yeah, doing a great job of working out of the corner now. SenpaiSpyder has to work on defense. This is definitely where 2B will struggle a little bit as a character. Oh, tries to BC, gets clipped, and now that H layer or the HSPD coming out, and wow, what a turnaround there.
It's one of the most important things playing like a grappler or anything of the sort is just picking your moment. If there's anybody, you can say grapplers are from the devil, regardless. But any type of situation, if there's one thing that they know how to do, they know how to pick a moment. You have to wait. You have to be very patient and very concise. A great 2H as well from Gabagool to find it confirmed.
Yeah, totally. You definitely have to hold steady, you know. There'll be moments where you're just waiting, holding. You're so restrained. Oh my gosh. But when you can find that moment to attack, to go on the offense and start whatever you want to do, it's a blessing. And there it is. Gabagool being able to take that game 1.
Absolutely. A really strong showing from Gabagool as well. Overall, not only maintaining pressure and maintaining as much patience and mental fortitude as they need to, they were finally able to not only find the hit they were looking for, but turn it around in a very, very big way. That's not easy to be able to do. And unfortunately, we've gone from a situation of having to fight somebody like 2B to an even possibly worse matchup with Metera.
Yeah, this is definitely a matchup where I would say, like, you know, traditionally, I played a lot of Vanilla Granblue, and this character was a beast, you know, being able to control space so well, you know, just play around the zoning patterns of your opponent, work your way slowly and surely, and then one hit and you're back square one. And when you're playing a character like Ladiva, you know, there's only so much you can do when you have to roll that rock, you know. Sisyphus has to deal with so much going on, but right now SenpaiSpyder is able to start this offense and pour this damage out in spades.
Managing to find the 2D though gets us very, very solid trip or a knockdown for the time being off of the sweep. And just trying to find their momentum, trying to find the openings he can, but finds the super instead. This is very difficult for Gabagool, and I understand. I get the pain, I get the torment.
Yeah, all right. 1 round on the board for SenpaiSpyder here to come back from that. Honestly, pretty exciting and a little surprising game 1. But right now, you know, certainly not phased, holding steady right now, being able to work their game that they're so comfortable doing it for so long in this game. You know, just getting to show the experience here. Gabagool having to climb this hill.
Guard cancel, blocked, maintain plus frames, but they guard cancel right back. SenpaiSpyder still holding it down. It is very difficult. There it is. Pops the DP as well.
There
Doesn't even want Gabagool to utilize the plus frames that comes from blocking the guard cancel.
Oh, wow. Fishing for it. Being able to catch on the offense there with the hop, too. I love the use of that. It was great to just throw in there. Oh, but the headbutt.
Using it as a bait for the guard cancel as well. That actually wasn't too bad because they thought that another button was coming. I love the fact of that there's like an even deeper rock, paper, scissors game with trying to bait out the guard cancel, right? And leaving themselves open due to the raising strike. Yeah,
there's something that I've been seeing a lot more, especially in recent memory. People playing around that BC just so well. Oh, getting clipped there in the end. So SenpaiSpyder will take game 2 in return.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Not too bad. Here we are, tied things up 1-1. SenpaiSpyder doing what Metera does, and Ladiva trying to find the way back in. See if they can do anything about it. But so far, they've zoned out.
And that's the one thing too, is, you know, you find the way to close the gap, and SenpaiSpyder can just say, yeah, I'm gonna Brave Counter, and now we're gonna do this again. And even though it is a limited resource, you know, it is something to keep in mind, especially when your main source of damage is these grabs. But right now, Gabagool getting the combo started here, getting a way to close that gap here. Oh, now you're in the corner though.
Oh, nice super. Oh, it doesn't find the hit. The inbound frames were available, but just not long enough to be able to knock her right out of the sky. 100% meter on the side of SenpaiSpyder. 2 brave points gone, but really, she's just controlling this pacing right now.
Yeah, definitely showing how different game 1 was to game 2. The way that SenpaiSpyder can control space with arrows compared to controlling it with huge disjointed hitboxes is very apparent so far in this game 3. So Gabagool not able to get some solid footing here. Does have moments of brilliance here, you know, be able to get these solid hits and carry to the corner, but a scrappy situation does lead to a reset, and eventually SenpaiSpyder will be able to take that first round.
Still rolling and trying to get through. There's just so many projectiles being filled up on the screen. Gabagool getting hit yet again, still trying to find their way out. They found it out a couple times. How will they go about it this time around? The SenpaiSpyder maintains the zoning and the pressure that they need to be able to keep there. Throws out the butterflies yet again. It's hard. And now they're offsetting when they're throwing the projectiles because they got caught a couple times trying to roll and they get punished for it.
All right, though, Gabagool getting a chance to start, but even though the DP comes out, we're going to clip in the end, and SenpaiSpyder will...
This is a mirror match. I honestly did not think I was going to see, to be fair. Katalina versus Katalina.
A matchup that I definitely like to see. It's a little bit weird depending on how you see. I feel like Katalina is one of those characters that, while a lot of people like to play them the same way, there's a bit of variety in how you can play. But variety so far, you know, they use a lot of 5U to try to like hold and take space, bait out any farms in neutral. And now that we're onto the corner, yeah, Greyfish gets to get their offense going, and this is where Katalina shines, with a cash out and do so much damage in the corner. Build back your BP and punish and take one of theirs too.
Absolutely, a really strong look so far for Greyfish. Maintaining it based off of just solid positioning. In a well-timed 2H is enough to be able to close out the round as well. overall really, really good. And a great showcase as well. I love the sway too, to make sure that you can actually maintain. Just knowing when to be able to avoid the specials, because I love the fact they're also utilizing the shield, their unique character trait, to not only maintain pressure, but to just keep it solid, keep it flowing. And I'm loving it, because they'll be able to catch a lot of stray buttons just off of the trade alone.
Nice. Oh, yeah, well, unfortunately, because it wasn't a counter hit there. Wasn't able to get too much out of it, but regardless, being able to anti your opponents consistently in this game definitely pays for itself. Wow, getting to use the 2-6 U there. Not a move we get to see too often, but does lead to a little bit here. And actually gets to spend the cash out.
Time manages to jump in and blocks the low. I like it. Empty jump low is blocked. Greyfish clutching it out, almost dead, and they're able to find it 1-0 against their opponent. Really solid low.
Definitely the pacemaker in this match so far between the two. Greyfish has been able to get a lot of these solid hits into corner carry, and then once you're there, being able to start the blender and do their own in this game has been a great boon for them.
Absolutely. A really, really solid look so far. Not too bad from Greyfish. Dave maintaining pressure that we saw before, and still just trying to do the best they can, using the unique character trait as well, just to try to see if they can force things back. But no, not quite finding it either. Okay, nice forward throw as well.
Nice. Yeah, holding steady, the throw tech resets the situation once more, but no solid hit here does lead to anything big. Greyfish trying to find an opening. Dave trying to fish their way out, but unfortunately will get clipped. And now this is a big cash out coming from Greyfish. Gonna use SPA, gonna take 1 BP away, just like before, but we'll see what comes out of it. Dave can hold steady from this.
Absolutely, yeah. Finding a really solid strike as well. Empty jump low yet again. It is blocked. Dave finds the apex jump trait just to try and see if they can do it. Just JX, and they aren't able to find any sort of confirmation. Greyfish is able to end it off of a straight hit.
Yeah, these really solid round starts into this carry do lead to so much, just not even in terms of position, but damage, everything, honestly. And Dave has just been fighting back from a deficit over and over and over again. Oh my god, the hit confirmed.
Pretty good look so far, as they can close the gap, putting up a unique trait, just trying to block what they can, catching any stray buttons or projectiles to make it a little bit harder.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
What they need.
If you are Dave, but oh my god, Greyfish able to get an actual follow-up off of that. Great stuff going so far. Holding the U, gets clipped. Needs a little bit more.
Oh! 2v4x.
Yeah, what a crazy showing from both version release, but it's just funny to see, like, especially like a game like Bloo, where like I've seen a lot of Uni too, where it's like S+++ or whatever, and then like your lowest tier is like S. It's like, okay, your game's good.
Right, yeah. Like, it's in a pretty solid spot. I really strong soloing so far right now from Sori. It's the knockdown and confirmed to set up for the mix high low, but I love it. Volume just to jab out. Really good awareness from him. Siegfried not taking this line down for sure.
Yeah, very interesting matchup we get to see. Volume versus Sori. The Siegfried is a character that, we got to see a lot of lately, but just the amount of like tools that they have at their disposal to be able to challenge, contest, and do their own thing against Six to show their strong suit. But right now, Sori with an amazing start so far, able to take this round 1 here.
Battle 2.
Really good showing for sure from everyone. Sori, love it. The counter already ready to find the gap in. And of course, a lot of Bloo, if you really want to try and boil it down to that, it's normals into special, right? So knowing that timing and understanding how to offset that is pretty important if you want to be able to find the appropriate gap for sure. Sori, doing a good job with blocking so far, and Volume just trying to maintain it. Tried to shimmy, but gets caught. No confirm from Sori though, and manages to at least press his lead a little bit more aggressively on the side of Volume. Oh my goodness, what a clash.
Yeah, holding steady though, mid-screen now. Trying to find a way for Volume to get something started. Trying to contest on any of these 2 and 4 X's, but ends up cashing out with his SBA here. And does lay a lot of damage here in this mid-screen.
Yeah, really solid look. Only 1 brave point so far from Sori. Manages to mash appropriately and find the hit. Carrying him to the corner as best as he can. Projectile out. 214X is enough to be able to close it out, at least to a grab, which submits
Yeah,
the round for Sori.
you're seeing a lot of Sori go for these flips in the corner after knockdown to try to catch volume pressing, and it is catching a lot. It's not leading to outright damage, not getting a huge counter hits or anything like that, but it is leading to a situation where like you're reeling from knockback and you're like, oh, what is he gonna do next? And unfortunately, it does get clipped a lot out of it. So Sori is gonna come out the victor for this game 1, but Volume already was starting a round of their own. Nice, has the Oki set up with the seal to use that level 1 damage buff, but see what we can do so far right now. Big lead going off.
Nice.
Yeah, there's the close light there.
Absolutely. The frame kill as well from the special, just to try and see if they felt a little bit more comfortable to try and challenge in the recovery frames. You didn't get a punish, and it wasn't there. 60s punished by the 5M from Siegfried as they're leading them to the corner. A little bit more projectiles, just trying to see if they can actually close that gap. Jumps right over the projectile.
Nice.
Sori is not only going to lead him to the corner, but find a way for some Oki. Found the counter hit, but doesn't pull the trigger on the 5L.
Yeah, holding steady a little while longer. Yeah, nice. Goes for the 2L there to try to check on the wake up, and unfortunately that wall dive view will not lead it too much there. Volume with a pretty big life deficit and gonna get clipped off this no combo, but still a scary spot to be in, and now forced to use the UDP as a get off me tool.
Absolutely. Finding some solid hits as well. Guard cancel just to try and make sure they can maintain that distance. They just want a chance to be able to do it. Wow, had the counter up, but it didn't remain active enough. Guard cancel has to be careful of the chip, and they know Volume manages to use the DP just to try and get out.
Wow.
But brave points. He's going to be able to kill off of this. A really solid awareness from Volume to know to utilize that. Catches him off guard.
What a crazy call out off of the second DP there. That was insane, just knowing that I know you're not going to hold. You're not going to do anything crazy because this is my wake up and it's going to cost you the game, and then just sends it. Insane play by Volume. Able to hold it out for one more game here. Seeing if you can get and come out the victor here.
Absolutely. So far, Sori started things out. To be expected. Seox just doing what they do. Maintaining very close aggression. Keeping pressure. Here's the knockdown. Gonna go for the Oki. He's sued after the super. Big damage from Sori.
And might as well, if you can here, build some more meter off of any pressure and or damage you do here. I like the fish there to try to maybe catch it a BC. Volume not gonna bite though, decides to spend it on the H DP, and now oh yeah, a little antsy. Yeah, that second reversal is definitely gonna cost you there. Sorry, definitely looking like they're figuring out the patterns of defense that Volume is setting up for, liking to contest with mashes or solid DPs like 63H, 63U. Is spelling a little bit of disaster for Volume right now. We'll see if anything can change here.
Absolutely. Carrying him to the corner yet again. 66L to maintain pressure and good job knowing when to stop. The pressure from Seox is very important. It's a lot like Nier where you have to find your gap and know when to actually hit a button, and you have the dive kick happening a little bit closer to the ground. Leaves him maintains plus, really +2 at most. Finds a strong counter hit off of close H. And this is going to be big damage. Pop the super as well once they have the opportunity to do so, and there it is.
Yeah, here it is.
Big damage.
Yeah, I love the shimmy there that ended up catching Volume. Knowing that Volume, even though, you've been dissuaded to mash before, nice catch off the 2M. But being dissuaded to mash before, no follow-up though.
Oh, that's not going to work. He did it too late.
Alright, still alive for a little bit longer. Volume looking for a hit, and Sori with the wall flip gonna die. Basically just end it there. Seen a lot in this version of the game, a little bit of an underrepresented. Fuselit, definitely someone we know as a pure, basically they've been around for the block for a while, and on the Vaseraga especially too. So something to see the persistence of this character. We'll get to see how it shapes out against Zenkos in their Nier here.
Nice, man. Just get the shoulder charge in. Not popping the trade, doesn't want the armor, instead just wants to find the damage Fuselit. Walk him to the corner. There's the armor. Made things a little bit harder to try and fight out of. Knew the DP was coming. Pops the trait yet again. Ducks the high version of that stance. But even still gets caught on the tail end.
Holding steady for a little while longer here. Oh! Actually comes out strong in the end there. Fuselit will be able to take this first round here.
Not too bad of a look so far. Shoulder charge, keeping things pretty safe. In good size, making their way all the way back in. Fuselit, trying to maintain the pressure as best as possible. just holding it, seeing what they do. Guard broken, gets the sweep. Yeah, it's just a lot of pressure. When you don't know how to deal with a character like Vaseraga, he really can maul you apart very quickly.
Yeah, and that there just goes to show like how that turned out there with that game one. Just oh my god, the commanding lead all the time there. It's insane. But here we go. Let's see if Zenkos is dissuaded. Make sure to find another opportunity or another way. Maybe it'd be through another character to get through this wall that Fuselit has put up.
Maybe so, but no. It seems like they might. Okay, no. They might try and go for the swap here. Vaseraga versus Nier. Who do you feel like would be a good answer for Nier to try and counter Vaseraga with if they don't even just stick with Nier? It seems like they're sticking with it.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's a character like diff, if anything, you know, for lack of a better term. It might be like the amount that this game like, or sorry, the way that Vaseraga plays the game is so different. You might have to get used to and acclimate into how you need to change your playstyle. So just something to be aware here as we move into the second game, because you know there's a lot going on with this Vaseraga champion. You got to be ready, or otherwise you're gonna get steamrolled. So just something to look out for. But Zenkos is already trying a little bit of a different strategy here, try to get some damage here on Fuselit.
They're trying to bait off the throat, didn't take the bait. I like it. Fuselit already aware. Those command grabs starting to add up. Tried to see if they can break through the armor, but instead he charged right on through. Has plenty of pressure. Canceled the stance as well. Tons of armor available to Vaseraga. Manages to get the hit back crossed up. Still stay same side even though he jumped back, charging him all the way up. Guard cancel. You can't do that. He has armor on it. It does not work.
Battle 2. Engage.
All right, holding steady for a little while longer. Zenkos has had opportunities to grow here and, you know, find a lot of damage and put Fuselit in a really awkward scenario, but like this is a great spot to be in right now. Look at this damage loading up, running with the 623 but oh, the BC coming out, getting Fuselit an opportunity to get out.
Good air throw. That's the most Guilty Gear thing I've ever seen tonight.
Yeah, definitely want to see more of that, finding situations to cause the scrambles. And Zenkos coming out on top in all of these here right now.
That's a solid hit. 2H set up for the setup. Goes for the pressure. Nice. He's waiting. He doesn't want to be on the tail end of being hit by Vaseraga. Again, I get it. Oh, there it is. The command grab. Armor up. Swayed. Knew that it was coming. There's the armor. I mean, there's a command grab yet again. Try to keep this pressure. It could be hard to try and fight out of too. Manages to jump out, just as I say that, commentator's curse. Manages to find a way out of pressure, just super easily by forward jumping. Oh yeah, you can't sway that. It's too many hits.
Oh no.
What a confirmed Zenkos.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
All right, one game apiece here going into this game 3. See what can change as we move further into this game. Trying to find out who can like take the upper foot here in this round. But right now, I'm trying to feel each other out, trying to find an opportunity to get some ground here. Fuselit, yeah, in stance, a little bit with the catch with the grab. Zenkos now back to the wall. It's gonna be a little bit of a struggle here.
Nice man, his two blocked pretty well too. Nice.
I love
was
the
ready for
patience.
the cancel that time. Found a solid punish off of that too.
Yeah, holding steady here. Off the spin. Oh, I love that. The stance, H stance coming out here. And Zenkos unfortunately not ready to deal. Gets the dash once, twice. Going to the fireball. Stance one more time, getting clipped with the reversal here.
Also wait for the marionette to come back. That has to be a little bit more aggressive. Oh, good backdash with the command grab. They were ready that time. The one time that didn't end up working, guard cancel right back at you. I like it. Oh, tried to catch him unawares, but instead gets thrown back.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was actually crazy just getting to see that. And Fuselit able to come back from that deficit now. Then goes back against the wall one more time. This is going to be a tough hill to climb here. So much to deal with.
The back throw as well.
Oh, I love that, yeah. Gonna get clipped, put in the corner now. It's their time for Zenkos to shine. BC out. Yes, stance will go through.
Yeah, chip damage.
Oh my
It can be hard. I get it. And in a game like Grand Blue, even Samurai Showdown, right? Each fighting game has a different thing it is that you're able to focus and emphasize on as well. And it's dope to be able to see so many different concepts coming together. It's first Beatrix of the night too, and none other than Blue. That's the homie right there.
All right, here
I
we
know
go.
I will
Yeah.
remain impartial.
We're trying to be unbiased here on commentary, but you know, also getting to see the Beatrix tonight is super exciting, especially against a character like Narmaya, where I find that they are a lot quite the pace setter of this game, being able to control so much space in stance and being able to do so much around it, and then Beatrix being the not necessarily the I don't want to go out right and say neutral skip hero, but something can definitely control the pace like that way. So just really keep an eye out for here, but Sukinoe already has so much going for them right here in this first round.
DP yet again, 6XL. Goes inside, Sukinoe just keeping it back. Blue not afraid of DP. I like it. Trying to make sure that they don't actually get a chance back. Sukinoe DP's right on back.
Nice.
Try to get the guard cancel. There it is again. I like it. I love seeing all these different baits we're seeing today.
Yeah, especially on these like soft knockdowns where you find that like you see a lot of people like to challenge on positions like that where it's like, oh, the rolling knockdown, I'm going to press a button because you're not ready for it. But it's like, no, I am ready for it. I've labbed this, and I know you're going to get hit if you press, so check it.
So far, so they saw it look so far. For Blue, just crossed up.
Getting to hold this corner now and front-load some damage onto Blue here. This is a great spot for you if you want to hold up. But Blue having to find their way out of this corner is going to definitely... Ooh, and you are able to build meter here, so actually, I think this could do it here.
Absolutely. Same optimization as before? Absolutely. Yep. Sukinoe keeping things very simple and very concise. While Blue is not afraid to DP, sort of bust himself out of those scenarios. We can see a character swap. I wonder.
Maybe so.
There it is.
The Beatrix
isn't
ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Blue for his Eustace. So he's definitely a very strong Eustace player. So he's going to stick with that one right now, which I really, really like. Absolutely.
Eustace versus Narmaya.
So Eustace versus Narmaya. Let's see how this goes.
Definitely a character I'm more used to seeing on Blue. So I know they definitely have the experience here in vanilla and in this game. So excited to see how this version shapes up. This version of Eustace is pretty interesting to see. The change of pace where before they were playing like almost like a pseudo zoner, being able to do the quick shot into like orb sets and everything like that. And now they get to play this aggressive game around the system mechanics, and then being able to do grenade sets in pressure and start your own offense is very interesting. And then now being able to get our SRC like we're seeing right now, leading to a solid amount of damage.
Absolutely. Carrying them to the other side as well. Just the 2U counter hit. Late throw tech. Okay, a little bit of plus frames. Tried to see if they can actually punish it. Wanted to find a proper timing for that, and doesn't quite find it.
Yeah, I definitely know that they were looking for it. We're actually ready, but the delay timing on the flip caused it to cross up and unfortunately didn't correct. So we'll get caught there in this first round here for game 2. Blue having to try to find a way to get some solid footing here in this game too. Really troublesome for them, especially with Sukinoe doing so much in these first few rounds in terms of momentum. Right, the green grenade. I like that.
Blocks the overhead. I like it too. Forces a situation where you have to be ready to block, depending on the 3-string combos it is that some of these characters have.
Alright, so you can force to use a BC to reset the pace of the game one more time. Gets the cross up here. And now the flip resets one more time.
Trying to catch up with 2M and instead get 6-6L. It's just the positioning. Sometimes there's... So, it may not say it exactly. But there's times in fighting games where it's like...
The scene here for us. Thank you so much, Khalil. Kopi VT versus Iago Garaitz. I love seeing more of the Sheep Girl on my screen. It's been so awesome to see. A little bit of an unrepresented character here in terms of Grand Blue with the Anila coming out here. So, and Kopi on the Narmaya, love to see it. Definitely a character we get to see a lot of today. Whoa, what a spot dodge there. on on the defense and being able to just catch that. It's actually crazy to see how many people we've seen challenging these like reversals here on the BC or even the RS in general.
Run up sway at that too, which is not necessarily easy to do and be able to account for, but hey, it's practice, right? Iago not doing too bad of a job either, but Kopi manages to get the forward throw, a really solid challenge from far L. Still utilizing the sheep as best as possible. 668 tried to challenge her. Then I wonder how Iago will take that next scenario next time they try. Use that, gets the cross up U, cross up X, manages to use that unique trait to hit behind them. A really solid job. Dodges the DP, but manages to land that Brave Strike.
Yeah, holding steady for a little while longer here. Gobi's trying to find a way to turn this pace around, but having no BP on pretty much on either side is definitely really scary. Nice catch! What an insane catch there from Kopi there.
Absolutely. Caught him twirling out of the sky. Hey, listen. Tried to up back or try to see if they could find a way out, but it'd be like that.
Yeah, it's always this awkward confirms, if you can capitalize and be able to get the most out of them, definitely makes this matchup or makes this game a lot easier, being able to capitalize and get this damage down. But right now, Kopi with a really strong start in this, able to hold the pace of the game. Like I said earlier, Narmaya definitely a great character to do that, but Anila has opportunities to set the pace also here with these sheep coming out strong.
Damn, just the nice little DP. Gets the guard cancel. Gets the sweep, 66M.
Oh yeah, nice. Holding us steady a little while longer here. I'm gonna find something here. Iago forced to use one more reversal, but unfortunately for them, but fortunately for Kopi, we'll be able to catch and take this game 1.
There it is. Not too bad of a show from Kopi, so probably see how things start. Of this time around, DP try to see if they could actually get the Tiger Need special, but isn't quite able to find it.
And one, I like the little weight there into the 66L. With the catch, Iago trying to press on defense here, but now has a chance to start doing their own kind of pressure. Kopi willing to press and contest all of these strings though. You have to work their way out of the corner slowly but surely. Like the flip, not checking, not willing to contest just yet, but unfortunately we'll get thrown back, and now the situation is reversed on the other foot here. Iago will throw number 1, throw number 2, throw number 3.
Sometimes the throw loops are the way to go. Keeping it simple.
It's what you need and what you can take. Please do it as much as you can, and they definitely will. Alright, Kopi definitely on the back foot compared to the last round. Iago's definitely feeling a little more comfortable coming into this next round here, as they've been able to get a lot of footing moving forward. But right now, it's a little bit awkward as we're nearing this right corner of the screen. Kopi having chances to catch and clip. Oh, nice, confirm. Should be able to get a nice hard get knocked down and even cash out if they want to here.
Nice, good DP.
I like that, yeah, being able to challenge once more, avoid the situation. Oh no, uses the 63U, fortunately gets clipped. Kopi should be able to cash out one more time, take us to round 3.
Absolutely. Spending as many brave points as you need to make sure that you can secure the round. I like it. I like it a lot.
If it's what you need, you might as well cash out, These BP don't carry over, your meter doesn't carry over, so don't be shy. You gotta use what you can, so please feel free.
Nice, good challenge off of the sheep. And good DP as well,
yeah.
Good awareness. Both of them checking each other in small things, but not a big or confirm yet from either side. That same situation has happened 3 times now, and the DP hits behind too from Kopi.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward scramble, not leaning to too much on either side as we're nearing 68 seconds of the clock. Pretty even on life, close on meter though. One strong hit could spell disaster for the other, but right now just needs to find that one confirm. Iago, nice, being able to get all this going down should kill here, and now we're 1 game apiece, going to game 3.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
That was still good.
Yeah, honestly, the determination from Iago to be able to hold steady, especially after seeing that game one, you know, a bit of a momentum shift from that beginning of game. So now, having, you know, space to make your own, this momentum shift is such a crazy showing from Iago now.
Nice.
Nice.
Catch him as
Wow.
well. Perfect to close things out for Iago.
Not done yet, though. On match point, able to take this away. But Kopi gonna do what they can to keep it going. Definitely not to be dissuaded so far. Nice, another counter hit. Should be able to get this knockdown to create some more pressure against Iago.
Just the cross up as well, but manages to block it. Nice.
Wow. Yeah,
Waited
the
a little bit, a small punish, a minute one, but still not enough to be able to close out the round. Blocks the DP. This is going to hurt so bad.
Yeah, doesn't have enough to full cash out here, but still gonna spell a bit of opportunity for. Oh my God! I'm gonna take this one more time. 2 throws, and now
Chip
going for the old
sequence.
sheep. Oh!
It's the chip sequence. The sheep sequence.
That's what you need. Oh my God! Junior Jam on the. Oh my gosh! On the Luane. Definitely a matchup I got to see a lot in the vanilla. Here in the PNW, we have quite a few Catalinas, quite a few Luanes. Pretty interesting matchup to get to see, just like how to play, how Junior Gem can get to play this like anti-zoner, and now fishing for SBA and SSBA, how this meter gain plays out. Like being able to gain so much and being able to use so much in terms of resources does actually lead to Luane having a lot of opportunities to like thrive in this matchup. But you know, Greyfish already going to show how strong they are on this character, how much they're able to cash out and do the most with the Catalina. That's definitely going to be quite difficult for Junior Gem people to do too much.
Brave Point having already been lost. 2 Brave Points apiece on either side. Still going to have a little bit more opportunities to make sure they can guard cancel, but found the confirm that leads to the end of the game. Instead, it gets dropped. Blocks the guard cancel, misses the DP. What a confirm from Junior Jam.
That was crazy. Off the Catbot missiles, able to just confirm into the RSRC, and then but that was it. That's all you needed. Greyfish going down 1 round here in this first game. All right, holding steady, not to be dissuaded. That's one thing too. You got to be aware. If you give up too much space, Junior Jam can get started and try to summon some items here, get some food going, get some meter going. It'll definitely be quite difficult to deal with if you let them steamroll. So get a lot of those, you know, HPAs or Yigis to come out, and that's gonna spell disaster for you if you can't deal. Whoa! But before we even get to that, Greyfish already gonna eat a load of damage.
Yeah, the JL actually keeping things pretty hard to anti-air. Tons of damage, throwing the party streamers, and it's just to pop in the party poppers, and manages to get the round and the game. Junior Jam, JR Jam, 1-0.
Wow. What a crazy showing. That last comment was so funny to me. It just, I know that's like, especially off of that kind of hit that you get, that's probably all you can do. But even still able to cash out and get that in the end is great showing so far. But Greyfish, we already know they're definitely not someone to time out basically right away. You want to, can't count them out. They have so much that they can do with this character.
Just the wall bounce. DP.
All right, here comes HPA. Remember, careful for the low here. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Here's into the corner. To the Catalina bot, just trying to do what they can and rank some of their health, and well-timed 2H as well. Find some solid damage, even though it's not the full conversion. It evened up the life bars, which was more than enough. Tried to parry in between the strings, thought that a DP was coming or something to try and stall it out to him. Catches him lacking. Once again, a guard cancel miss, fully charging a guard break. Just decided to risk it all off of the guard cancel.
Yeah, all right, now we get to see the Iggy. Can you play the Mario Party? Can you deal with the chance time?
Absolutely.
Let's see if you practiced. Unfortunately,
you haven't.
no!
It's not enough.
Not ready for the spikes there. Gonna get clipped, and then now Junior Jam on set point here. This has got to be a little nerve-wracking if you're Greyfish. You know, having to deal through all of this, the close the gap and get your own thing going, keep them in the corner, and then they call Iggy. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah. Not much of it is that you can do good throw tech as well, just having to find proper awareness. So with the Katalina bot yet again, runs all the way through, gets the cross up and manages to block low. Greyfish more than aware.
Nice. Oh, gets the splat here. Should be with the catch out with SBA. And now we have a round on the board for Greyfish.
Nice 2M. Manages to catch him lacking for a bit. Gets the DP. Gets the counter, but not the right thing to counter at all. The projectile.
Yeah, still not a very great counter there. So, you know, fortunately, the invul on it, you can't do too much with it. You have to be very particular what you want to do, excuse me. But Junior Gem has something going on so far. Oh, gets the wall spite off that. The reset, yeah, forced to use a BC there.
Nice. CP setting up for Oki. Just decides to get on out of it. I like the usage of the DP Katalina bot as well. Making sure that he's stuffed up on the food. And gets the 214X just to make sure they found the wall splat. That's going to be the kill for Greyfish. All they needed was one opportunity, and they took that chance.
Yeah, that was a great conversion there, especially off of that hit in the corner, being able to get wall spite and then deal so much damage. That's where Katalina thrives in this matchup, is keeping contained in the corner, because without it, you know, giving an opportunity for Luane to get so much space does make it really uncomfortable. You know, you have to grind so much health and meter, get a cat bot set up, and do whatever you can. It's impossible. Alright, I'll cut the HPA, the immediate low. Does carry into the corner, cashes out pretty early, and only has a little bit to work with. But it doesn't really matter, especially if this hit here. Reset the hard to blockable.
A solid mix-up as well. Try to see if they can actually get out of the corner. Up backing does not save you here. In fact, if you aren't careful when the low-end brothers come out to try and put you with a block stun, it actually can set up for an unfortunate unblockable if you aren't ready for it. It can really mess you up, so you have to be careful up backing against that. Good counter.
Yeah, holding steady just a little bit longer. Greyfish trying to find an opportunity to get some footing here going. But Junior Jam going to try to reset the situation once more. Catbot coming out. HPA as well. Getting hit by the missiles. And now one over the other. Oh, this is such a demanding life lead. What are you going to do, Greyfish?
Up on his way back in, man. Just to get the two. Oh, wow. Charges right through all of the brothers. The next hit could be really, really dangerous, because they'll have super off of that too. Gets the sway, but there's a two-parter. During the recovery, they get caught low.
Stage 34 versus a Lance. I'm not sure who this is. Oh, this Hashiman. Awesome, yeah. Speaking of someone we haven't seen yet and get to see.
Do you? Okay, here's a quick question. Do you like the song in the background?
I think it's okay. I've heard it so much in vanilla that I'm kind of like numb to it.
I'm so glad I'm not alone. The last time I said that, they were like, boo him, boo that guy. I'm like, whoa.
Nah, it's not like it's white noise to me. I'm the kind of person that will like I'll mute in-game music when I'm practicing and playing online.
That's so
when
fair,
I get to brackets, like I don't get bored of it. But I definitely have been very numb to some of the OSC.
Oh, nice
right,
protect. Late one. Hachiman keeping it very consistent here. Very precise.
Oh yeah, nice. That alt skill in the end. We'll be able to catch. And Stage 34 goes down one round here, so pretty early.
Oh sweet. 6M. Oh, tried to guard cancel. The gap was too big. There it is again. Tried it for a second time. Gets caught.
Yeah, a lot of players have definitely including ways to deal with GC in their block strings, and it's been awesome to see like the evolution of this game so far. All right, back and forth. BC, BC, BC. Yeah, I think trying to bait a reversal, but the timing was a little bit awkward there. Hachiman able to work their way out. The double swat touch into no punish. Rolling through the turb. Reset, yeah, there it is.
It's the DP. We saw Sage earlier, even though they weren't fighting Hachiman. We saw them fight it earlier, Lancelot, where they were ready for those teleports. That's the one time where you can sort of get that free damage. Since he can't act out immediately, he has to wait a little bit. He has a tiny bit of recovery before he can hit something off of that 2-2L or 2-2N. Even 2-2H. Keeping pressure. KCP yet again. Sage is looking out for it, for sure.
Nice catch here. Hachiman should be able to convert into, yeah, gets the wall splat here. Will not obviously finish the job here, but does put Sage 34 in a really awkward spot. Dodges the fireball, dodges the U skill one more time. The DP out. Hachiman was ready though.
There's the punish. And Hachiman. 2-2X is not the most solid form of a reversal that Charlotta has. It can be really difficult. You don't even need to spot dodge that to be able to punish it. So you do have to be careful about when you choose to utilize it. But Hachiman looking very, very solid here.
Yeah, it does create a lot of awkward opportunities, especially against Lance, where I find that like people like to challenge in different ways, especially to deal with stuff like the Fireball or any of the Rekka series or something like that. And if you don't get the right opportunity, you do eat a lot of damage. This Lance character can do quite a bit, you know, even still. Alright, lost the Fireball one more time. Does get thrown. Reset situation. Opts to go for the jump in. Does get clipped on the way in, and now going to lead to an awkward situation one more time for Sage 34 to deal with.
Baited out the throw. Oh, no confirmation to get the kill, but the throw does end it for him at least. Hachiman up around and potentially closing out the game here as the final match of this ladder.
Yeah, here we go. Closing everything out here. Hachiman just wants to get through with it, but Sage 34 is going to do what they can to keep it going just a little bit longer. Does get mashed, unfortunately, the counter hit. It's going to lead to corner once more back against the wall. Sage 34 needs to find a way out. Force the BC to the situation. And now it's their turn to get something going. 6SL does leave them a little bit of damage.
That's fine. Good few hits. Manages to get the anti-air, but instead 2-2X just to make sure they can escape on the side of Lancelot, creating some opportunities for Hachiman. Is going to be a big punish, but misses it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sage 34 has been going for a lot of these 2Xs to try to call out Hachiman resetting with Herb, but unfortunately not leading to a lot. A little bit of a slip there. Sage 34 not going to get punished, but will get off that. Hachiman should be able to end it right here. Just needs the one confirm in the SSBA. Doesn't need to do anything too fancy.
There it is. Hachiman closing it out in style. Super Skybound art cements his spot in the ladder.
Yeah, no, a little scary in the end there.